Hello, this is Mighty Owl. We've already done some great work with fractions. We've added and subtracted and even multiplied fractions. And by now you know quite well the relationship between multiplication and division. So you might have guessed it, it's time to learn about dividing fractions. Now here's a handy trick for you. If you have a division problem, let's say 12 divided by 4, you can think of multiplication to help solve it. 4 times what equals 12? Well, you can use this to help you with division of fractions too. You want to see that trick in action? Let's help out some of our friends and learn some more math division with fractions. Smells delicious. Chen is making casseroles for a potluck dinner, and he's using 1/2 of a pound of cheese for 4 casseroles. Now the natural question springs to mind, how much cheese goes into each casserole? Sounds delicious, but before we can eat, we're gonna have to work up our appetite with some math. Let's get to work and write down our expression. Chen has 1/2 and needs to divide it into 4 sections. So we have to write the expression 1/2 divided by 4 equals what? Well, one of my favorite ways to help solve fractions is to visualize them. So we can draw a picture diagram to help us. Here we have a box that is shaded to represent 1/2. And the shaded portion is the 1/2 pound of cheese that Chen is going to use for the casseroles. To divide this by 4, we can create 4 columns. And there we go. Each of these columns represents 1 casserole. So there are now a total of 8 boxes. And 1 box is shaded in each column, which means each casserole will use only 1/8 of a pound of cheese. Nice job. Now while those casseroles are baking, let's help Jenny with painting her bedroom. Jenny is painting her bedroom and needs 1/3 of a gallon to paint all 4 walls. Now she needs to be careful how much paint she'll use for each wall so that she has enough to finish the job. So she has to calculate what fraction of a gallon would she need for each individual wall. Jenny needs to take 1/3 gallon of paint and divide it by 4. So we can create the expression 1/3 divided by 4. And here I'll show you a mighty shortcut. Just remember this. Keep, change, flip. What's that you say? Keep, change, flip. Step 1, keep. We keep 1/3 as it is. Step 2, change. We change the symbol to its opposite. The opposite of division is multiplication, that's right. And step 3, flip. We flip the divisor to find its inverse value, or in fancy words, its reciprocal value. Here we have 4, which is equal to 4 over 1. And we flip that to find its reciprocal value, 1/4. So now we need to multiply 1/3 by 1/4. And okay, here we go. Multiplying the numerator times the numerator and the denominator times the denominator, we get 1/12. It's almost like magic, but when you think about it, you see the connection. If we look at 12 divided by 4 equals 3, and change it to 12 multiplied by 1/4, it's still equal to 3. And that's because division and multiplication are very closely related to one another. Dividing by 4 and multiplying by the inverse of 4, 1/4, gives us the same value. And not only that, but this shortcut works for dividing all types of fractions, even improper fractions. Keep, change, flip is definitely worth remembering. Let's do it together again. We keep the first number the same, change the symbol from division to multiplication, and flip the second number to create the inverse. And voila! Now let's apply this mighty math trick and give Lucas a hand with wrapping some gifts. Lucas is wrapping 5 gifts. If he has 1/6 of a roll of wrapping paper, well, how much will he use for each gift? Lucas has 1/6 of a roll of wrapping paper to use equally with 5 gifts. So we have the expression 1/6 divided by 5. Now let's use our new shortcut, keep, change, flip, to solve this problem. We want to keep the first number, 1/6, the same. Next, we change the division to multiplication, and now we flip the 5 to its inverse, 1/5. Don't forget that 5 is really 5 over 1, so flipping it, we get 1 over 5. And now we have the expression 1/6 multiplied by 1/5. And it's multiplication time! 1 multiplied by 1 is 1, and 6 multiplied by 5 is 30. So for each gift, Lucas will use 1/30th of the roll of wrapping paper. Lucas can now give those gifts away to some of his lucky friends. And we, in the meantime, have already received a gift of more math knowledge. Today we learned how to divide fractions by whole numbers using a mighty shortcut called keep, change, flip. Woo, I hope you're as excited as I am to see what fun new lessons are coming up next. See you soon.